class. After a very short break, after a brief break, we are again back with our syllabus. This is for class 9 and we were doing rectilinear figures. This class is in continuation to the previous class. In the previous class we have discussed about what are curves, what are simple curves, closed curves, rectilinear figures, polygons, and then we moved on to the quadrilaterals. We know what are the quadrilaterals, but still just to recap, with a small recap, what are quadrilaterals? Any polygon which is having 4 sides or any plane figure which is bounded by 4 straight lines is known as a quadrilateral. Now we have initially discussed, or I have already told you about the types of quadrilaterals, but here we'll discuss about the types of quadrilaterals and their few properties. First one is a trapezium. Now what is a trapezium? This is the first quadrilateral. This is known as trapezium. In this is a 4-sided figure. Let's name it as A, B, C, D. Now in this quadrilateral, or why it is known as trapezium? Because in a trapezium, or what is a trapezium? Trapezium is a quadrilateral, that is having 4 sides, in which one pair of opposite sides is parallel. You can see that AB is parallel to CD and the other pair of the sides is non-parallel. There, if you find any diagram, any quadrilateral in which only one pair of sides is parallel and the other pair of sides is non-parallel, then it is 100% a trapezium. Now these AB and CD, the parallel sides are known as base. AB and CD are known as base of trapezium, and if I draw a line which joins the midpoints, let's say E and F, a line which joins midpoints of non-parallel sides is known as median of a trapezium. One more thing, that if AD and BC, AD means this side, BC means this side. If non-parallel sides of a trapezium are equal, then it is known as isosceles trapezium. Isosceles trapezium. So these are the base. This was the basic information about a trapezium. Now next thing is a parallelogram. What is a parallelogram? We have already discussed it even before, but to make it more clear, this is a parallelogram. Now what is a parallelogram? In which one pair of opposite sides is parallel and equal, and the other pair of opposite sides is also parallel and equal. PQRS is a parallelogram. Now what is a parallelogram? If you have one pair of opposite sides parallel and equal in a quadrilateral. Basically this is a quadrilateral because it's having 4, this is a plane figure bounded by 4 straight lines. But its one pair is parallel and equal also, then it becomes a parallelogram. Or you can see we can say that PQ is parallel to SR and PQ is equal to SR. Or we can also say that PS is parallel to QR and PS is equal to QR. If one pair of opposite sides is in a quadrilateral are parallel and equal, then it becomes a parallelogram. Or this was the first point. Or we can say both the pairs of opposite sides are parallel, only parallel. Means if PQ is parallel to SR as well as PS is parallel to QR, this is the second point, then this is, if this condition is satisfied, then again PQRS or a quadrilateral will be a parallelogram. Means both the opposite pairs are parallel, then it is a parallelogram. And you need to remember this because in this chapter we will be studying about parallelogram. Most of the things are based on parallelogram only. Then next thing is a rectangle. So what is a rectangle? I will just try to explain it here only. Rectangle is a parallelogram. Basically, what is a rectangle? Rectangle is a parallelogram whose, let's say A, B, C, D, whose one angle is 90 degree. Suppose I make this angle as 90 degree. So we know that in a parallelogram opposite angles are equal. If this is angle, then this also will be 90 degree. So angle B also becomes 90 degree. We know that sum of two angles is 180. So this also will be 90 and this also will be 90. So what is a rectangle? Rectangle. Rectangle is a parallelogram with at least one angle 90 degree. That is the definition of a rectangle. Now we come to the square. PQRS is square. Now what is a square? A square can be defined on the basis of rectangle. Now in a rectangle, if adjacent sides are equal, suppose I say it's this DC and I say DC is equal to BC as well as DC is equal to AD. So it means all the sides will become equal. So what is a rectangle? What is a square? A square is a rectangle with adjacent sides equal. This is about the first, second, third, fourth. We have discussed four types of quadrilaterals. Now next is a rhombus. We left rhombus. Now rhombus is again a parallelogram. Rhombus is again a parallelogram. But what is its property? This is a rhombus. Rhombus is a parallelogram with adjacent sides equal. Means in this you can see that SR and PS are not equal. But if I say A, B, C, D, I can say that CD and AD are equal, at the same time CD and BC are equal. Means what is a rhombus? Rhombus is a parallelogram with adjacent sides equal. This is the definition of a rhombus. Now we move on to the next, that is last thing or last quadrilateral, that is known as a kite. Kite. A, B, C, D. Kite is a quadrilateral in which adjacent sides are equal. AD is equal to AB and BC is equal to CD. Next thing, its diagonals intersect at 90 degree. These angles are always 90 degree. This is known as kite, or in some books it is also known as diamond. Some books it is written as diamond. Now we move on to the basic things about parallelogram. So we will start with parallelogram. Now next topic is we will be discussing about the parallelogram. So first of all we will discuss about properties of parallelogram. So I have written 3-4 properties and I will be proving it in the given parallelogram. I am not going to write anything, I will just try to explain it. First thing is diagonal of a parallelogram divides it into two congruent triangles. So here I have made a parallelogram ABCD. What I am doing, I am joining its one of the diagonal. So let's say this is the diagonal DB. Now they say diagonal of a parallelogram divides it into two congruent triangles. It means I have to prove that triangle 1 and triangle 2 are congruent to each other. So first point, we know that in a parallelogram opposite sides are equal. It means AB side is equal to CD side, at the same time AD side is equal to BC side. Third point, we can say that BD is common in both the triangles. So by side SSS rule, triangle 1 is congruent to triangle 2. That is what they say. Diagonal of a parallelogram divides it into two congruent triangles. I am taking triangle ABD and CBD. In triangle ABD, AB is equal to CD. Then AD is equal to BC. It is given. Third point is BD is equal to BD. It is common. So triangles are congruent by SSS rule. Second point, they say in a parallelogram, opposite sides are equal. When, you have to prove that opposite sides are equal. Now what we can say, we know that in a parallelogram, opposite sides are parallel. So AB and CD are parallel. So this angle and this angle will be equal because they will be alternate interior angle. Similarly, this angle ADB is equal to this angle, that is CBD, will be equal. Third, you can say that this is common. So angle side angle and angle side angle, triangle congruent. When triangle are congruent, so by CPCT, AB and CD are equal. Third point, they say if each side of a quadrilateral is equal, then it is a parallelogram. Means if each side of quadrilateral, if each opposite side, it should be, if each opposite side of quadrilateral is equal, means this and this are equal in the quadrilateral, AD and BC are equal in the quadrilateral, and BD is common, so these two triangles are congruent. If these two triangles are congruent, it means this quadrilateral will become a parallelogram because AB will be equal to CD and AD will be equal to BC. Then they say next point is in a parallelogram, opposite angles are equal. So we have already proved that this angle is equal to this angle and this total angle is equal to this total angle. If I say that this angle is x degree, so this will also be x degree. If I say this is y degree, this also will be y degree. So total angle D will become x plus y degree, and that is equal to angle B. So we can say that in a parallelogram, opposite angles are equal. These are the small properties. These are the properties of a parallelogram, and you need to remember all these properties because they will be used in the question. You don't have to prove, you have to just write. As we write the reason, you have to write since diagonal of a parallelogram, like that. So now we move on to the next point. Now we are starting with the exercise, and as in one whatever comes, I will be explaining you in between also. Whatever was required has been already covered. Now I am starting with question number 2, exercise 13.1. They say if the angles of a quadrilateral taken in order, there is a quadrilateral, let's draw any type of quadrilateral. This is a quadrilateral A, B, C, D. Taken in order means A, B, C, D in this order. This is 1 is to 2 is to 3 is to 4. Angles of a quadrilateral taken in order are in the ratio of 1 is to 2 is to 3 is to 4. Prove that it is a trapezium. We have to prove that it is a trapezium. Now we know that in a trapezium, one pair of opposite sides is parallel. Now if I say that AB and CD are parallel, and this is a transversal cutting and this is a transversal cutting, it means this angle and this angle will become co-interior angles. This is angle 1, this is 4, means this is A point and this is D point. It means these are co-interior angles. It means their sum should be 180 degree. We know that sum of co-interior or co-planar angles is always 180 degree. If I prove that this angle A plus angle D is 180 and angle 2 plus angle 3 is equal to 180, it means AB is parallel to CD, and then the triangle, then the quadrilateral will become a trapezium. So what we have done, first of all, we have assumed the common ratio of the angles dx. So this is x, 2x, 3x, 4x. Now since this is a quadrilateral, we know that sum of all the angles of a quadrilateral is equal to 360 degree. It means we know that angle A plus angle B plus angle C plus angle D is equal to 360 degree. So angle A is x plus B is 2x, C is 3x, D is 4x is equal to 360 degree. It means that 10x is equal to 360 degree, implies that x is equal to 36 degrees. Now we got the value of x. Now it means that angle A will be 36 and angle D will be 4 into 36 because angle D was 4x. So 144 degrees. Now let's see angle A plus angle D is equal to 36 plus 144, that will be 180 degree. We got the value of A plus D as 180 degree. Similarly, we will check angle B. Angle B will be 2 times of 36 degree, that is 72 degree, and angle C will be 3 times of 36 degree, that will be 108 degree. So angle B plus angle C, that is 72 plus 108 is equal to 180 degree. We got angle B plus C as 180 and angle A and D, sum of A and D as 180. So we can say that AB is parallel to CD. Therefore, ABCD is a trapezium. And that is what was required to prove. Now we move on to the fourth question. Now I have taken fourth question, first part. They say in figure 1 given below, ABCD is a parallelogram. So I have drawn a parallelogram ABCD. In this they say angle DAB is equal to 70 degree and angle DBC is equal to 80 degree. You have to find angle CDB. Now first of all, we know that angle A plus angle B will be 180 degree. Why? Because they are co-interior angles. These are two parallel lines. And a transversal is intersecting. So this angle and this angle, sum of these two angles will be 180, in which we don't know this angle. Let us take it as x. It means 70. B is x plus 80. X plus 80 is equal to 180. So x is equal to 180 minus 80 minus 70. That comes out to be 30 degree. 30 and 70, 100 and 180. If this angle is 30 degree, 30 and 70, total is 80. Or you can say, if these are two parallel lines and a transversal is intersecting them, it means whatever is this value, same will be this value of the angle, because they are alternate interior. So this is 80, so obviously this will become 80 degree because they are alternate interior angle. Or you have calculated this 30 plus 70 is 100, and this is a triangle DAB. In triangle, sum of all the angles is 180. 180 minus 100, again it comes to be 80. So we got the value of angle ADB. Angle ADB is equal to 80 degree. Second, we have to calculate CDB. X comes out to be 30 degree. And we know that alternate angles are equal. So this is an alternate interior angle. So this will also be 30 degree. So next we can say angle CDB is equal to 30 degree. Then we move on to the second part of the question. They say, now in the second part they say in the figure 2 given below, ABCD is a parallelogram. Again ABCD is a parallelogram given. Find the angles of triangle AOD. You have to find the angles of angle A, angle O and angle D. Means this triangle they are considering. You have to find out the value of all the angles of this triangle. Means angle A, angle O and angle D. Now this is 77. So this also will be 77 because alternate interior angles. This is 35, so this also will be 35 alternate interior angles. Now 35 and 77, 112. So 180 minus 112, 68. This angle comes to be 68 degree. How? Out of 180 I have subtracted 77 and 35 to get this angle, and this angle will be equal to this side angle O because they will be vertically opposite angles. So this is 68 degree. So we can say angle A is equal to 35 degree, angle O is equal to 68 degree, and angle D is equal to 77 degree. Now we move on to the third part of the question. Now in question number 4C part, they say that in the figure 3 given below, ABCD is a rhombus. ABCD is a rhombus. We have to find the value of x, this. Now we know that rhombus is also a parallelogram. It means angle A plus D will be 180. Angle A plus angle D will be 180 degree. Angle A is 72 given. Angle D we will write as it is. So angle D comes out to be 180 minus 72, that is 108 degree. Now we know that there is a property that diagonals of a rhombus bisect the angles, means this diagonal BD bisects angle 108. It means this becomes 54, at the same time this becomes 54. This 54 and this x will act as alternate interior angles. Therefore, angle x comes out to be 54 degree. That is the final value. Now we have done up to question number 4. So you will be doing all the odd numbered questions in your notebook, and rest we will be discussing in the next class. So stay blessed, stay home, keep on watching and keep on commenting also. Thank you all.